We do have Fox Weather's hurricane specialist Bryan Norcross live in studio with us this afternoon. Bryan, 94L for now. Maybe we call it something different later on today as some watches and warnings get issued for the Bahamas. Eventually, though, Imelda this weekend.
It's going to be Imelda. I don't think there's any question about that. And it'll probably be a potential tropical cyclone this afternoon, which is that terrible name. But it's a potential tropical threat for probably the central and the northern Bahamas is what it looks like. And we really have, I think, three scenarios to talk about. I was just looking at the brand new issue of the Google DeepMind model. And earlier today, I was kind of presenting this idea of the system stalling offshore of the Carolinas and then doing something after that. And it's, I would say that's its number one thought. So we have all these different scenarios because it's really on a knife's edge where this thing is going to eventually move and what's going to steer it. Take a look here. These are the two big factors that we're talking about, of course. Humberto, as Ian said, it's really exploding, and this is going to be very soon a very strong hurricane. And then we have the system here with a 90% chance of becoming a depression. We can already see that process underway now that it's cleared the big mountains there in Hispaniola with the Dominican Republic and Haiti. The reason there is such a large development area here is because it's not totally certain exactly all the factors are going to influence, but the certainty is high that it's going to move to the north. And if Humberto were to track to the left side of the cone then and get reasonably close to it. So that's another big issue on exactly what's going to happen to this, because this one is going to be the weaker one of the two, and the stronger one can dominate when you have a pair of binary interaction, it's called, between two systems. All right, so let's look at the factors here. Here we are. Oh, first of all, this is midday Monday, because this is about the time that this fork in the road begins to come into play. We have pretty high confidence the system is going to move north until about that time, but then we get to midday Monday and into Tuesday. So here we have the Category 4 hurricane. Here we have the, at that time, it's probably going to be Imelda, probably a tropical storm. And then we have this fading low pressure system that's been bringing all the rain across the southeast and even up into the northeast here for days and days. So we have those three things. Then we have those two high pressure systems. Well, let's just stick with those three things for a second. So the question is, on Monday, what's going to dominate the steering? This low is going to want to pull probably Imelda, something like this, in toward it, and that's what the models that show landfall have been banking on, is this low dominating. But the hurricane here, depending on where it is, exactly where it is, you can see that the hurricane center's position here is a little different than the European model, but that's because the hurricane center uses an average of multiple models for their location. But in any case, same idea. If these two get close enough, then the hurricane, the big hurricane, is going to want to put that kind of a direction, with this one going like this. So this thing is kind of caught in the middle. So the possibilities here are, one, that this dominates and it gets pulled into the Carolinas as likely a hurricane. Category 1, probably no more than Category 2, based on what we know now, because there is dry air involved. So something like that. That's one scenario. The other is that this dominates, and this actually gets, maybe it gets a little ahead of the forecast here, so that what happens is it goes out around this high, and then it essentially it loops this thing back, and it follows it. And they go out together, and it never gets to the coast. Then the third scenario is that it's caught in here, stalled somehow, and that then multiple players come into play. And exactly how. Like, this might come up here and exert this pressure down here, keeping it stalled, and then this thing moves out, and then somehow this comes up, somehow up the coast, or makes a loop and makes landfall in some other place after sitting there for a number of days, dumping rain, pushing storm surge at the coast. So a nasty scenario there, depending on how far off the coast it ends up stalling. So because this is weak, It depends on how strong this is and how close this is. It's right on the edge between all these things happening. And if it's caught in that middle position, then you get the stalling kind of scenario. And you also have this high pressure here. Notice that flow is like this. So if this low goes out while this is stalled, then this is going to want to try and push this back into here. And again, stall it somewhere over the southeast. So lots of different possibilities. So we can only deal with what we know. What we know is we think we know this is going to go north. As far as South Florida goes, comes close. We'll look at that in more detail in a second, but only a brush for Florida. And then our concern is up here. And exactly what the scenario is affecting the southeast coast, we don't really know. Okay, so let's get to the individual parts of this. There's the 11 a.m. advisory. Look at that. I mean, that's a hurricane. You don't have to be a meteorologist to know that that's a hurricane. Pressure estimated at 11 down at 979. So we'll see what the Hurricane Center actually has to say about that coming up at 5 o'clock. So look at the forecast, up to 145 on Sunday and 140 on Monday. And as it goes north, it will grow. Remember Aaron? Similar kind of path, similar kind of meteorology. You have this dip in the jet stream that encourages the process of expanding. Storms, when they go north, expand anyway, just because of the spinning of the earth and complicated meteorology. But in any case, getting to be bigger, influencing more atmosphere. How close is it in that Monday, Tuesday time frame to the Imelda that's over here or over here? Boy, it's too close to call. Is there influence there from that very strong, large hurricane? So that's what we're playing with here. All right, here's the invest. 90% chance of developing. The odds are very high, obviously. 35 miles per hour is the estimate now, somewhere in these thunderstorms. But the main thing I want you to notice here is it started out this morning as just kind of a blob of a bunch of different storms. Now we can kind of make out a band of storms coming here, like an outer band, like it's trying to form in here. Let's go close up on it, and you'll see that process. Look at it. Look at this. It has that look of a band there. And I'm going to take the X off, and look here, you can kind of make out a band here. So I think what we're doing is we're getting a low pressure system forming right in there. All right, there's the development area again. Exactly where it develops, we don't know, but because it could develop over the Bahamas, I think we're going to get watches or warnings for the Bahamas probably later on this afternoon. All right, let's track these two. Here are the two main features. Watch as they go north. Here's the time. There's tomorrow, midday. We're going midday to midday here. Here's the moisture, but notice there's dry air still coming in here. So they're not going to develop immediately, I don't think, but here we're getting a circulation. So we could have a depression here tomorrow. Then we move north on Sunday, slowly moving through the Bahamas. Here we might have a tropical storm. That's why I put the tropical storm watches or warnings up today. Here's your category 4 out here. All right, moving forward now. Now it picks up speed because now it's this low that was over here is pulling it north. This one is not close enough to hold it back yet. So it's moving north, and now we get into this dicey time period. And look at the moisture already into the southeast. So that's dangerous moisture over the high country. You all know about that. And then moving into the Piedmont, where we have very heavy rain on Tuesday. And the question is, does it stall out here or does it keep moving? Because look at the hurricane. It's gotten closer in here. But in any case, look at the moisture all over much of the southeastern U.S., and this could be, and then storm surge possibilities to the right of where that storm is. But when we look at the tropical threat graphic, this one is high certainty, and look at this. The certainty has actually come down because the possibilities are, okay, does it go here? Up in here, see, we have only moderate certainty that it actually makes it that far. Does it go to the right? Does it sit up here and loop and end up here somewhere? So we have this kind of broad uncertainty in this Tuesday time frame of exactly where it's going to be. Up to Monday, I think we know what's going to happen, but exactly how this is going to play out and how it might affect the Carolinas, Georgia, the Southeast, Let's all hope it turns and goes out to sea, but it's right on the edge. And a stalling storm is just so aggravating on so many levels. If it stalls near the coast, you have just continuous bad weather. If it stalls offshore, then you really don't know where it's going to go. That's one of the big issues of forecasting. Slow-moving storms are the worst. Ian?
Stall and tropical system is always a miserable scenario, which means we'll be watching. We'll keep you updated. That's Fox Weather's hurricane specialist Bryan Norcross live in studio with us. Thank you.